Tiger Woods has officially withdrawn from the 2025 U.S. Open, leaving golf fans around the world in utter disbelief. The announcement comes just days before the tournament is set to begin at Oakmont Country Club, a venue known for its unforgiving course and rich golfing history. What many hoped would be another memorable chapter in Tiger's legendary major career has instead turned into yet another heartbreaking withdrawal. The news, which broke earlier this morning, quickly spread across social media, triggering an outpouring of reactions, from emotional tributes to complete shock. "I can't believe it," one fan wrote on X. "This really might be it for Tiger." While some are still clinging to hope for a late-season return, it's clear this wasn't a tactical decision. It was a forced exit. His absence is not only noticeable, it's resounding. According to TalkSport, and confirmed by Yahoo Sports, Woods is still recovering from a ruptured left Achilles tendon sustained during a training mishap in March, an injury that required immediate surgery. The setback came just weeks after rumors swirled about a possible comeback at the Genesis Invitational, which never came to pass. Now, neither will his appearance at this season's third major. It's a cruel twist in an already delicate recovery journey. And while Woods has remained publicly silent in the lead-up to the U.S. Open, insiders suggest this decision was far from voluntary. Tiger Woods has officially withdrawn from the 2025 U.S. Open, leaving golf fans around the world in utter disbelief. The announcement comes just days before the tournament is set to begin at Oakmont Country Club, a venue known for its unforgiving course and rich golfing history. What many hoped would be another memorable chapter in Tiger's legendary major career has instead turned into yet another heartbreaking withdrawal. The news, which broke earlier this morning, quickly spread across social media, triggering an outpouring of reactions, from emotional tributes to complete shock. "I can't believe it," one fan wrote on X. "This really might be it for Tiger." While some are still clinging to hope for a late-season return, it's clear this wasn't a tactical decision. It was a forced exit. His absence is not only noticeable, it's resounding. According to TalkSport, and confirmed by Yahoo Sports, Woods is still recovering from a ruptured left Achilles tendon sustained during a training mishap in March, an injury that required immediate surgery. The setback came just weeks after rumors swirled about a possible comeback at the Genesis Invitational, which never came to pass. Now, neither will his appearance at this season's third major. It's a cruel twist in an already delicate recovery journey, and while Woods has remained publicly silent in the lead-up to the U.S. Open, insiders suggest this decision was far from voluntary. Tiger wanted to play. He trained to play. But when his team conducted final assessments earlier this week, the verdict was unanimous. Tiger simply isn't physically ready. He's far from peak condition, and Oakmont is not the kind of course where you test yourself unless you're 100% prepared. Every yard of that track punishes the slightest hesitation. With his name now officially off the player list, it's not just the field missing a legend. It's the collapse of a build-up that once promised a triumphant return. And the way it all unfolded, quietly, without a press conference or a video message, speaks volumes. This wasn't a carefully planned exit. It was a painful, reluctant one, and it's left the golf world holding its breath for what comes next. The question everyone's been asking since the announcement is simple. What happened? The answer, though not entirely unexpected, is still hard to accept. It all began during a routine training session in early March, just another day until one wrong step changed everything. Woods suffered a ruptured Achilles tendon in his left leg, an injury that required immediate surgery. The damage wasn't just physical. It struck at his legacy. Though the operation was successful, for someone like Tiger, that's only the beginning. Recovery is tough for any athlete, but for a 49-year-old with over 2 decades of wear, tear, and a body already reinforced with metal, it's a different kind of battle. Sources close to Woods told Yahoo Sports that his rehab has been slow, cautious, and meticulously managed. He's putting in the daily work, but he's nowhere near U.S. Open ready. Not for Oakmont, not this year. Every day brings effort, but not the edge. What makes this injury even harder to accept is that it didn't happen in isolation. It followed a brutal series of surgeries over the past 5 years. Back fusion, leg reconstruction, multiple knee procedures. Tiger barely competed in 2024, managing just one official round at the PNC Championship, where he appeared more as a mentor to his son, Charlie, than as a contender. That event, once viewed as a heartwarming family moment, now feels like a quiet farewell. Moments that once seemed temporary now carry a sense of finality. Even fellow professionals are beginning to confront what this all might mean. In an emotional interview earlier this year, Rory McIlroy told The Guardian, "There's no way I'll still be playing at 50. Not after what he's gone through. It's sad to watch. Truly sad." Rory's words reflected not just admiration, but genuine concern. If Tiger can't suit up for the U.S. Open, what hope is there for the other majors, or any comeback at all? Sometimes the hardest truths are the ones spoken by peers. The Achilles injury may have been the breaking point, but the reality is far more profound. This isn't just about one tendon. It's the culmination of years, even decades, of relentless physical wear. Tiger's body is now saying what no athlete ever wants to hear, that desire alone is no longer enough. The fire still burns, but the body won't follow. With Tiger Woods now officially out of the U.S. Open, a sobering realization is settling in. 2025 may pass without his presence in a single major championship. It started with silence around the Masters, followed by a quiet absence from the PGA Championship, and now Oakmont, his third straight no-show. What once felt like just another bump in the road is beginning to look like the end of the road. A full season absence, an unsettling silence that grows louder with each tournament Tiger Woods misses. According to Yahoo Sports, insiders close. Woods never anticipated a full 2025 schedule, but even the most cautious predictions included at least one major appearance. Now, with 3 already gone and only the Open Championship remaining, the odds of a return look increasingly slim. His Achilles rehab continues, but progress is slow, and Woods himself has offered no commitments, no targets, no timelines, no promises. When even Tiger stops drawing lines in the sand, you know the situation is serious. Last Word on Sports described the long-term outlook with sobering clarity. It's no longer about comebacks. It's about preservation. That's a chilling thought for a man who once redefined what a comeback even meant. But age is indifferent to legacy. At 49, every medical miracle becomes harder to pull off. It's not just the Achilles, it's his fused back, his surgically rebuilt right leg, his worn knees, his diminished stamina. Tiger's not running out of skill, he's running out of time, and yet, the desire still burns. His team confirms he's still training, still watching film, still analyzing the field. But there's a growing sense, even among his most loyal followers, that we may have already seen the last of Tiger Woods contending seriously in a major. Not because he doesn't want it, but because his body may no longer be able to deliver it. Determination can be endless, but durability has its limits. As 2025 unfolds, the narrative is no longer about a comeback or a miracle. It's about the quiet spaces in scorecards and tee times where his name used to be. For fans, the silence says more than any press release ever could, when the loudest roar is the one that never comes. If there's anything louder than Tiger Woods withdrawing from a major, it's the reaction that follows. This time, the most explosive voice came from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, who didn't hold back on a recent episode of First Take. Smith controversially labeled Woods a recreational golfer at this point, igniting immediate backlash from fans and fellow analysts alike. The comment spread like wildfire, clipped, reposted, and debated across every corner of sports media. Some words hit hard. This one shattered like glass. Fans took to the internet in droves with emotional replies and fierce defenses. One viral post on X read, "You don't call a 15-time major champion recreational, you just don't." Supporters pointed to Tiger's resilience, his ability to return from injuries, his historic 2019 Masters win after spinal fusion, and argued that this conversation is about more than performance. It's about legacy, respect, and knowing where the line between critique and disrespect lies. But not everyone disagreed. A growing group of analysts and former players are beginning to acknowledge a painful truth. Tiger Woods simply isn't the same. His appearances are rare, his rounds limited, his health unpredictable. As one analyst put it, "We're watching a man fight his body more than the leaderboard." For some, that's not an insult. It's a recognition of time. Even legends grow old. It just hits differently when it's Tiger. And so, the narrative splits. On one side are the believers, those still hoping for one final Sunday charge. On the other, the realists, those who think the story is over, even if Tiger hasn't said it out loud. And in the middle stands Woods himself, silent, saying nothing, letting the storm swirl around him. Sometimes the loudest man is the one who stays quiet. Tiger says nothing at all, but his silence speaks volumes. His absence is no longer just a sporting moment. It has become a cultural talking point. Everyone has an opinion, everyone takes a side, but only one man truly knows what's still possible, and he isn't speaking. Maybe he doesn't need to. Maybe he's waiting to show us. With the U.S. Open now officially off the calendar and his body still in recovery mode, the question hanging over the golf world like a heavy fog is simple. What's next for Tiger Woods? The truth is, no one knows, not even those closest to him. According to Last Word on Sports, there is no clear plan, no confirmed return date, and no urgency coming from Tiger or his team. When even the most carefully mapped careers lose their direction, it becomes a waiting game. The most likely scenario? A slow, cautious return in late 2025, not at a major, but through something lower impact like TGL Indoor Golf, the high-tech arena-style format co-founded by Woods and Rory McIlroy. It's a platform that keeps him in the spotlight without overextending his body. There's also talk of charity exhibitions or team-based events with his son, Charlie, moments built more for legacy than leaderboard. Some comebacks aren't about trophies. They're about peace. Still, none of this answers the real question. Will Tiger Woods ever tee it up at a major again? If 2025 ends without a single major appearance, it'll mark the first time since his pro debut in 1996 that Tiger hasn't even attempted one. That's not just a stat, it's a statement. And the golf world is quietly coming to terms with what that means. A season without Tiger doesn't just feel empty, it feels unfamiliar. Yet, hope has a strange way of surviving. We've seen him rise from hospital beds to green jackets, limp, claw, and grind his way back when the world had written him off. That belief, however faint, still lingers. Could he do it again? One final run? Sometimes, history waits just long enough for one last swing, so now we wait. Maybe it's Augusta in 2026. Maybe it's St. Andrews in 2027. Or maybe we've already witnessed the last of Tiger Woods on a major leaderboard. That's the question fans don't want to answer.